An ally has returned.
Hello, a very tired Paul Bellow here in the... Oh, why is that cutting off? That's not good. Here in the LitRPG Adventures workshop, a collection of over 36 advanced tabletop RPG generators. And what we've been doing is working on putting all those generators together into a unified world builder. And if you've been watching along, you know that we have a lot of different maps that you can generate for the overland. And then also we had cities and dungeons. I've shown both. The city I have changed a bit to act more like, and we'll go through a dungeon first. That'll be auto-generated eventually. Let's do a medium cave and cross our fingers. There we go. Still a little too many areas maybe. But when you click on one, you zoom and go to that place on the map. Why did that not show? It's a lot less buggy on dungeons other than the cave type. Because you can do cave, ruins, temple, crypt, and catacombs, and the idea is that each of them are a little bit different. Like, for example, here's the interior catacombs, and we can do crumbled catacombs, which ends up looking kind of like that. And then we also have ruins and temple, etc., etc. And that, like I said, the areas work a lot more stable on the BSP date-based dungeons. The cellular automation cave dungeons, I'm using a flood fill, but there's no walls. It's one big open area, so I'm gonna have to change that up a little bit and get it working a little better. You can also see we now have doors that are going to be color-coded, locked door, secret door, hidden door, steel door, wood door, etc. And then what I plan on doing is that when we generate the description for area number 3, we'll include that it has 2 doors, one to the north and an alcove, and then one to the south. And then we feed that to the LLM, and hopefully we get a good description that fits the general dimensions and shape, and the fact that it has 2 doors, etc. Do one more dungeon real quick. Let's do a crypt. And we have our entrance room, end of the dungeon, and I should probably put a slider for percentage of doors, no doors or all doors, but we will get that put in there. It's not very difficult. And before, you just added city and it sent it straight to the LLM, but I kind of like what we were doing with dungeons where we create that stub first, so I have done that here for generate city, like generate dungeons, and you just click the button and we get a village sized village, And then the idea is going to, depending on the size, it'll put in different, yeah, don't pay attention to that yet. It'll put different buildings in, and then we will have generators, build out the stables, description, photo, people, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe just one button to get all that. And same for bakery and a potion shop, and then, have a list of the potions, and basically just add everything you're going to need. And then it'll have a a city map eventually, like the dungeon, that you'll be able to download. Yeah, you can see I'm using the right algos, but not in the right way. That is supposed to be the outline of the city, and I'm not sure, my math is off. I was working at like 6 a.m. this morning after 10 hours of working on other stuff in the back end, and threw this together, and it is not what I'm wanting. But what we will do is get this looking better, and then, like the dungeons, hopefully when you click on bakery, it'll pan to and zoom in on the bakery and highlight it on the map or whatever. So yeah, just like and then I still have to add events, etc. And then you'll be able to come here for any tile to see all the different stuff, and it'll be tied to, I'm not dropping markers. I was for cities, but I'm going to rethink that. I might make this a little prettier. I don't know. And then I will do encounters, monsters. The generators for these are built, all of them, even the overland description. But what I need to do is actually hook them up to all these different stubs, city stubs. Add another city real quick. Oh, that's a dungeon. Maybe add the buttons here where you click on something and you can just add to it or something. That might be better. Go to a large fortress. Really bad map, but you can see this has a lot more buildings the adventurers would likely need, and then we'll have the tools to build out each of these individual locations. So the idea is you start with a 30-mile hex. You could zoom in to 7 hexes of 10 miles each, and then you can start to populate these sub-hexes with dungeons or cities or encounters, etc. And then yeah, you would be able to do that for the whole world. And like I said on the last video, I'm still investigating the batch API and how we might use that to generate entire worlds with just one button click. But I like the progress we're making. I'm going to spend some more time tonight on, I might break away from the city map and move to more of the LLM stuff, because I like how the cities and dungeons are broke apart. You get these other little maps, you can download the map, etc., etc. So even if you don't print out the stuff, I mean, imagine having this on your tablet there at the table, and the halfling rogue does something unexpected, and you'd be able to quickly roll or generate a new NPC or whatever you need on the fly. So let me know in the comments what you think, what you would like to see this tool do, which direction you think I should be going in next. And I am going to get back to the workshop and keep tinkering away. thanks for your time. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, all that jazz, and I'll talk to you soon.
An ally has left the game.